welcome to Verdictum. I am Ananya Singh and you're watching today's legal news, where we apprise you with the recent important legal developments across the country. Here are the headlines. Day 6 of the Supreme Court hearing pleas challenging the abrogation of Article 370. Supreme Court launches Handbook on combating gender stereotypes. Supreme Court orders status quo on railway's demolition drive in Mathura. Delhi University notification challenged in High Court for CLAT UG results being the sole criteria for admission. Chhattisgarh High Court commences live streaming of its proceedings on YouTube. Now let's take a detailed look at the headlines. A constitution bench of the Supreme Court comprising the CJI D.Y. Chandrachud and Justices S.K. Kaul, Sanjeev Khanna, B.R. Gavai and Surya Kant heard for the sixth day the batch of petitions challenging the abrogation of Article 370. The hearing in the matter began on August 2nd, and the Apex Court has so far contemplated questions as to whether Article 370 is part of the basic structure of the Constitution, whether Article 370 could be abrogated when the Constituent Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir was dissolved in 1957. The top court had also remarked during the previous hearing that integration of the state of Jammu and Kashmir was not conditional. Rather, it was absolute and complete in every way, and that the only question left for the consideration of the Apex Court was whether the Parliament could exercise the power. Senior advocates Kapil Sibbal, Gopal Subramaniam and Zafar Shah have argued so far. And today the arguments were commenced by Senior Advocate Rajiv Dhawan, appearing for Jammu and Kashmir People Conference. Mr. Dhawan argued that there seems to have been some misunderstanding with regards to the status of merger. He said that owing to the instrument of accession, the external sovereignty was lost, but the internal sovereignty of the state was intact, as Maharaja Hari Singh did not sign a standstill agreement. Article 370 was a substitute to the standstill or merger agreement, without which we are lost, Mr. Dhawan submitted. He further argued over the use of Article 3 and 4 of the Constitution, stating that the said provisions cannot be invoked, as a conditionality comes attached with them, in the form of the state legislature. And in the present case, the Parliament played the role of the state legislature, while the governor that of the President. Justice Sanjeev Khanna said in this regard that such broad proposition on Article 3 and 4 may not be acceptable, as there may be situations which may not be able to be postulated. The Supreme Court today launched the Handbook on combating gender stereotypes. The Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, while launching the handbook, said that the handbook intends to assist judges and the legal community in identifying, understanding and combating stereotypes about women in legal discourse. It contains a glossary of gender unjust terms and suggests alternative words or phrases which may be used while drafting pleadings as well as orders and judgments. It reaches out to lawyers as well as judges. The handbook also identifies common stereotypes used by the courts in the past and demonstrates as to why they are inaccurate and how they may distort the application of law, the CJI highlighted. The handbook is an effort to restrict and refrain from the use of terms prejudicial to women in the courts by judges as well as lawyers. The issue has also been raised previously by the Apex Court. A three-judge bench of the Supreme Court comprising Justices Aniruddha Bose, Sanjay Kumar and S.V.N. Bhakti today directed status quo to be maintained on the demolition drive carried out by the railway authorities around the Krishna Janmabhoomi area in Mathura, Uttar Pradesh. The demolition drive began on August 9th, wherein over 100 settlements near the Krishna Janmabhoomi were demolished for being illegal encroachments on government land. A bench headed by the CJI had agreed to list the matter for today after senior advocate Prashanto Chandra Sen sought an urgent hearing on August 14th. On the same day, that is August 14th, the Supreme Court had refused to entertain the plea that sought an injunction on the demolition drive, asking the petitioners to approach the Allahabad High Court. The Apex Court today ordered the status quo to be maintained with regards to the premises for a period of 10 days and listed the matter for hearing after 1 week. The bench also issued notice to the centre and others in the matter. A public interest litigation has been filed in the Delhi High Court, challenging a notification of the Delhi University for admission in law courses solely on the basis of common law admission test result. The University of Delhi recently launched a 5-year undergraduate course for law and on August 4th this year issued a notification for admissions in the 5-year integrated law course for the academic year 2023-24. The sole criteria for it being the CLAT UG 2023 results. The petition seeks the implementation of the Common University Entrance Test for admissions in the 5-year integrated course, stating that the CUET was introduced by the Ministry of Education for admission into all UG programs in the central universities for academic session 2023-24. The matter was heard by a bench headed by the Chief Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, who adjourned the matter for August 17th, while asking Delhi University to file a response in the meantime. The High Court of Chhattisgarh today commenced the live streaming of its proceedings on YouTube, joining the growing list of high courts that bring about transparency by live streaming. Gujarat High Court was the first high court to have live streamed its proceedings in October 2020, and ever since several high courts across the country have followed suit, including the high courts of Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, Patna, Jharkhand, Orissa and Calcutta. The Supreme Court also live streams its Constitution Bench hearings on YouTube. That was all on today's legal news. Thank you and keep watching Verdictum. And subscribe to our channel and download the Verdictum app on iOS and Android to keep yourself updated with authentic legal news.